Hello, this is the Forex News presented to you by InstaForex News team. The US employment data issued on Friday turned out to be disappointing and moderated the hopes for the US dollar growth continuation in the short-term outlook. This report was considered as the key indicator for the American currency. The positive figures, as it was supposed, should fix the dollar growth which was observed recently. The favorable report should limit the dollar role as a cheap borrowed currency used in the deals on more risky assets, having strengthened the expectations concerning interest rates increase in the USA. This scenario was not realized. The number of the US working places in December decreased by 85,000, and some basic companies turned out to be weak, especially those which refer to the long-term unemployment. However, other figures in the report were more positive. In November, on the revised data, the number of jobs grew by 4,000. This is the first time the number of working places increases in 2 years. Combined with the positive data on the inventories in the wholesaling for November, the employment report remained the status quo. The FRS will not change its current policy. The recovery will be slow and uneven, and the dollar will continue to weaken. It is too early to speak about the completion of the US dollar usage period as the borrowed currency. It will happen later this year. During the most part of 2009, almost zero interest rates in the USA were inducing the investors to buy the euro and other assets, which are sensitive to the advance, every time when there were signs that the world economy is emerging from the worst recession over the decade. The situation changed in December, when the promising report on the labor market provoked the dollar growth, which strengthened by 5% versus the euro and by 8% against the yen last month. Since the American currency has been gaining ground on the back of improved economic data amid the traders, were placing stakes more actively than the FRS will raise its interest rates earlier than it was forecasted. In December, the investors extensively started to consider in quotations the FRS interest rates increase in the short-term outlook and to push the dollar upwards. After the released November data on the number of working places, the futures for the interest rates were pointing to the fact that the possibility that the FRS will advance its interest rate at the June meeting is 22%. However, as the data on the reserves in the wholesaling included in the trade on the difference between interest rates, the investors should exercise caution because the economic data would be volatile. This corresponds with the fitful nature of the recovery. It was Forex News provided to you by InstaForex News team and me, Kate Stichina. Goodbye.